Good morning and welcome to the Daily Download. I'm your host, Brad Nelson, and today is Monday, June 9th, 2025. Here's what you need to know today. Anthropic has launched Claude Gov, a specialized AI model tailored for U.S. national security agencies. Designed for tasks like intelligence analysis and strategic planning, these models can handle classified material and operate in secure environments. The move intensifies competition among AI firms seeking government defense contracts, raising concerns about AI accuracy in critical operations. The FBI warns that over 1 million low-cost Android devices like TVs and projectors are infected with malware called BadBox, which is based on the Triada Trojan. These preloaded backdoors enable cybercriminal activity like ad fraud and proxy abuse. Consumers are urged to avoid uncertified off-brand devices and replace known infected models. Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei opposes a proposed 10-year ban on state-level AI regulation, arguing in a New York Times op-ed that AI is advancing too rapidly for such a freeze. Instead, he advocates for a federal transparency standard requiring companies to publicly disclose their AI safety testing practices, aiming to balance innovation with responsible oversight. A new Mirai malware variant is exploiting a command injection flaw in TBK DVR4104 and DVR4216 devices to hijack them into botnets for DDoS attacks. Disclosed on April 2024, the flaw is being actively exploited using public proof-of-concept code. Around 50,000 devices remain exposed, and it's unclear if any vendor patches have been issued. Also, many affected DVRs are sold under rebranded names, complicating updates. A major supply chain attack has compromised 17 popular NPM packages, affecting over 1 million weekly downloads. The malware, a remote access Trojan, enables attackers to steal files, run shell commands, and hijack Python paths. GlueStack has revoked a compromised token and deprecated the affected versions, but risks remain for developers who unknowingly use the malicious code. Two malicious NPM packages, Express-API-Sync and System-Health-Sync-API, were found to be destructive data wipers that delete entire app directories when triggered with secret keys. Disguised as utility tools, they contain hidden endpoints that execute OS-specific wipe commands. The attack appears motivated by sabotage rather than financial gain and highlights growing risk in open-source ecosystems. Microsoft warns users not to delete the empty iNet pub folder created by April 2025 security updates, as it helps mitigate a critical privilege escalation flaw. Deleting it reintroduces risk, so Microsoft has released a PowerShell script to safely restore the folder and set correct permissions. Optima Tax Relief was hit by a chaos ransomware attack, with hackers stealing and leaking 69 gigabytes of sensitive customer and corporate data. The attack involved both data theft and server encryption in a double extortion tactic. A new data wiper called Pathwiper is targeting Ukraine's critical infrastructure, aiming to disrupt operations by corrupting hard drive structures. Cisco Talos attributes the attack to a Russian-linked APT and sees it as a likely evolution of the earlier Hermetic wiper. The malware causes total system failure without financial demands, emphasizing its purely destructive intent. The Chilean ransomware group, aka Phantom Mantis, is exploiting two critical Fortinet vulnerabilities to gain unauthorized access and deploy ransomware. Their recent attacks have focused on Spanish-speaking countries but are expected to expand globally. Chilean has previously targeted high-profile organizations including NHS hospitals, causing major disruptions. The vulnerabilities remain widely unpatched despite warnings from CISA and security researchers. ClickFix is a growing social engineering tactic that tricks users into running malicious PowerShell commands by disguising them as browser fixes or CAPTCHA verifications. These stealthy attacks are increasingly used by cybercriminals and nation-state actors to deploy malware like password stealers and remote access Trojans. Experts urge businesses to enhance phishing defenses beyond email filters and focus on in-browser threats. F5 has acquired AI startup Fletch to enhance its application delivery and security platform with agentic AI capabilities. Fletch's technology analyzes vast threat intelligence data in real time, helping prioritize critical alerts and automate security tasks. This integration aims to boost F5's AI-driven threat detection, alert simplification, and natural language security analytics. Cellebrite is acquiring virtualization firm Corellium for $170 million to boost its digital forensics and mobile security capabilities. The deal, pending regulatory approval, aims to expand Cellebrite's reach into defense, intelligence, and IoT markets. Both companies have faced past controversies over privacy and security practices. Meta is reportedly in talks to invest over $10 billion in Scale AI, a data labeling firm supporting AI model training for companies like Microsoft and OpenAI. If completed, it would be Meta's largest external AI investment to date. Axiom Space's fourth mission, launching June 10th, marks its first break-even flight and includes astronauts from India, Poland, and Hungary. CEO Tejpal Bhatia calls it a victory lap and sees it as proof of growing global demand for commercial space travel, ahead of the company's goal to build its own orbiting space station. President Trump signed an executive order rolling back cybersecurity policies from the Obama and Biden administrations, eliminating digital ID provisions, AI security initiatives, quantum encryption plans, and broad cyber sanctions, framing the changes as a shift from compliance to practical security and a move to prevent misuse against domestic political opponents. Sony Block Solutions Labs has launched Sonium for All, an incubator program for Web3 gaming and consumer apps on its Ethereum Layer 2 blockchain Sonium. In partnership with Astar Network and Startail Cloud Services, the initiative offers funding, mentorship, technical support, and exposure, aiming to accelerate developer adoption and expand the Sonium ecosystem. As AI transforms how society thinks and works, institutions must also undergo a cognitive migration, rethinking their purpose, structures, and human roles. Originally built for stability and hierarchy, institutions now face growing pressure to adapt to rapid change, integrate AI responsibility, and refocus on trust, ethics, and human-centered values. Their survival depends not on resisting AI, but on redesigning themselves to remain vital in an AI-driven world. And that brings us to today's tech tip. Today's cyber threats go far beyond sketchy email links. Attackers are now using fake browser pop-ups like spoofed CAPTCHAs or error messages to trick users into running malicious PowerShell commands. This tactic, known as click fix, is stealthy, convincing, and increasingly common. In order to stay safe, train your team to never paste code into terminals or PowerShell-based prompts from websites. Always verify with IT before acting on browser warnings or update messages, especially if they ask for elevated permissions. At FRCS Tech, we help businesses like yours stay one step ahead of evolving threats through employee training, endpoint protection, and intelligent monitoring. Want to see how your security posture stacks up? Visit us at frcstech.com and schedule a free consultation today. All sources for today's stories will be in the description below, and as always, feedback is appreciated in the comments below. Thank you for listening to the Daily Download, and I'll see you tomorrow.